this weekend I was thinking I wanted to do a little experiment. I wanted to, everybody knows if you cut a potato very thin, fry it or bake it, you make potato chips. Well, what I wanted to do is take this stuff right here, coconut oil, and do a little experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the potatoes very thin, typical. I'm going to take this coconut oil and I'm going to not use it as a fryer. I want to make these nice and healthy potato chips. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to melt the coconut oil down. It's coconut oil. It doesn't take much to melt. And then I'm going to spread it on the potato chips. And, well, the potatoes. And then I'm going to bake them. And I'm going to see how long it actually will take to make potato chips. Now, these are going to be thin. So, and I got my little helper. You gonna help Daddy? He's like, I'm not sure. Huh? You gonna help Daddy? I would love for him to help me, but unfortunately this involves using sharp objects and hot stuff, so he won't be able to help just yet. If they turn out the way I want them to, then he can help in the future. So fingers crossed that they work out. The other reason why I wanted to bake them instead of frying them is because even though the coconut oil does smell good when you're cooking, like if you're cooking stuff with it, if you fry it, you know, everybody knows when you fry stuff, you get that fry smell and it just makes the area smell nasty. And because we don't have an industrial fan, we only have, you know, that range fan right there, it's not going to do the job. So I wanted to bake them in hopes that it actually keeps the smell down. And I've been told by Steph that frying with the oil, again, there's a smell. So hopefully baking will alleviate the smell and help not saturate the potato with coconut oil, but give it a nice flavor instead of, you know, you take a bite and instead of a potato chip, you feel like you're eating a fried piece of coconut. So we'll see how it goes. As you can see, I've already peeled the potatoes. So I'm going to get my lovely little knife. I'm going to chop them up like that. No. I'm going to chop them up nice and thin. Those 4 nice sized potatoes, it should make a decent amount of potato chips, so we'll see. Hopefully I can make them nice and tiny without being too deformed or too out of proportion. So again, this is the coconut oil. It's from Trader Joe's, organic virgin coconut oil. And I love cooking with it, but I cooked with it too much, so stuff kind of didn't like it after a while. So yeah, another thing I want to try is coconut shrimp, which would be awesome. Yeah, he wants to touch it all, but he can't. So, I've cut one potato up. What I did was I cut the ends off because it's just going to be way too, you know, ridiculous trying to make chips out of those. So, I set those aside. Probably just fry them up, make some home fries with them or something, or just make a mini mashed potato. This is about how thick I tried cutting them. As you can see, they're pretty transparent, so hopefully they cook pretty quickly and thoroughly. I'm not the best at very thin, so, you know, trying my best. Not going to be like Lay's potato chips, those thin. I haven't made potato chips before, so I don't know if they thin up in the process or what, but I mean, even that, it's a little thick on that side, but it's not too bad. So we're gonna try and cut the rest of these about the same thickness. And you see it's pretty thin, so hopefully the rest will turn out that way. chopped up. Gonna use this pot to melt the coconut oil so that I can apply it with these. And I'm gonna put some aluminum foil on here so that they don't stick. So there we go. So I got the coconut oil in here simmering. It smells delicious. Not simmering, it's on the simmer, so I'm actually gonna turn this down. I just need it liquefied, so I'm gonna spread some on these pans on the bottom because it's trying to cover every chip individually. It's just gonna take forever, so I'm gonna cover the bottoms with a light coating of the coconut oil, and then place the chips on them, and then do a light coating on top of the chips. Put them in the oven, which go 375. See how that does, and see how they come out. Hopefully they come out good. So they've all been covered with the coconut oil. I got some small ones over here for Connor and Charlie. We're going to be going over to Angelina's later on today, and you know, I don't want to leave anybody out. I'm going to take some over to them, get the reactions from them. Hopefully they like it. Of course, we'll only take them over if we like them ourselves. We're not going to take them over if they taste horrible. So just waiting for the oven to preheat. Put them in. I'm going to check them every 5 minutes. It shouldn't take too long. I mean, I'm going to do a little research while the oven's preheating to see how long most baked potato chips you need to take in the oven, and how, you know, if I even guessed the temperature correctly. So I'm going to check that real quick and then put them in, and hopefully we have some delicious coconut flavored baked homemade potato chips. And hopefully it works out so you guys can use it too. Oh, it's been about 15 minutes. Changed the temperature to 400 degrees based on what I saw online. So I'm going to take them out. I have 2 in there if you want to show them. I have 2 trays, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the trays, but I'm also going to flip over the potatoes so that they're not going to burn on just one side only. Some of the thinner ones are getting to the point. So flip them over. Now they go back into the oven for more cooking. Except the big one will go on the bottom, and the tiny one will go on top. Set timer, and we'll see how they do in another 15 minutes. So I took them out of the oven. It's been about a half hour. Flipped them. Some got a little bit more burnt than others. That's what happens when they're all unevenly cut. But I mean, that batch isn't too bad. Let me get some light. They're not too bad. Again, a couple got burnt because they were thinner than the rest. So, I mean, they cooled down pretty quickly, which is good. So once Steph's done with carpet cleaning, I'll try these out and see if they're any good. Hopefully they are. And we'll give you a verdict. Hey guys, so I tried the chips. Unfortunately, they did not taste like coconut. Which kind of sucks because I was hoping to have some coconut flavored chips. You know, things don't always work out when you're experimenting with stuff. You can't get bummed out. I'm a little bummed, but I'll rebound. I'll be fine. I'll be good. I'm gonna hold it together. Steph suggested that we have Lawry's, LAWYR''S seasoned salt, and we put that stuff on French fries all the time. You know, you get the French fries, put them in the oven, and we put that stuff on the French fries all the time. Makes them taste delicious. So she suggested it. I'll be honest, I thought those go on French fries. They shouldn't go on potatoes or chips, but you know, why not? Let's do it. So I put some on and I tried one. It was good. And we have a healthier alternative to getting chips. Because you think of it, you get a bag of chips, half of it is air. You're buying you're buying air. It's the biggest ripoff, except for Pringles. Pringles does not sell air. A bag of potatoes costs the same as a bag of chips. But from a bag of potatoes, you can make probably 4 big bags of chips. This takes some time. It takes about a half hour to cook at 400. And I think the coconut oil, personally, works better for cooking it because it is healthier. Go ahead, try out your own little recipes. There are an almost infinite number of ways you can make chips. So we will see you guys in the next video.